Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Vosk, and I'm here with
Jonny.
And we are at Core Scientific. Can we say this is the biggest mining farm in the U.S. yet? On the way? East Coast?
I believe that we are at the biggest, but if not, when we finish building out our Kentucky property, we will be.
We'll be the biggest.
Yes.
No doubt, if not already.
This is the future. Human error. Evolution. This is the future.
And remember, we gotta act like we're happy to be here.
I'm gonna close this door.
Noted.
All right, not like the other room. I don't even know if I can include that footage.
Sorry.
It's like when you record something, you're like, this isn't gonna work. But I'm already halfway through the shot.
This is gonna happen now.
Well, first off, can you tell us just, kind of a little bit about you, what you do, and, what your role is here at Core Scientific?
Absolutely. I'm a client success manager, so when people come into the company, you go through the salesman and everything. But once your miners actually hit property, you have to have somebody that you can contact. Instead of reaching out to all these different people internally, I become your source of contact. So I'm your man at Core. And you come to me, hey, these machines are down, could you check on them? Or, hey, I come from inside, we need a shift, or we're doing maintenance. And I kind of keep things even for both people.
Jonny, he's your man at Core. Yeah, we could turn that into an ad. You're gonna coin the my man.
My man.
My man. Jonny, can you tell us more about just the facility, the scope of it, how big is it, kind of what percentage of GPUs you have mining here and ASIC miners, and then even some things like I saw a lot of the Spondoolies miners. I've never seen that many in one location before.
Right. What we're looking at is in the facility, in building, we got 33 megs all the way through. Out of that, for GPUs, we have about 3.5 megs. The rest of it will be ASIC mining. And the Spondoolies, we tried two different designs with it. We went with a regular rack that you set on like you would an S9. And then we also went with the data center racks that you just stack them on top of one another. And both of them seem to work really well. We were worried about heat, but they work out well. A total under management for all of us, for all equipment, we're probably looking at 80,000 plus on the miners. It's going to be over 100,000 soon. We're still deploying at our other property. So altogether, currently active managing, we're looking at well over 250 megawatts currently active.
I want to say thanks to immersionsystems.io for sponsoring the VoskCoin mining farm tour video series. Without them, this wouldn't have been possible at all. If you watched episode 1 of season 1, then you will have seen us tour Mark's mining farm, where he utilizes Immersion Systems immersion cooling setup. Top quality gear, and Mark was one of their first customers, and so he's one of their oldest customers, and he couldn't be happier with it. Originally made for their own personal mining farms that they've now brought to market. If you want to set up, reach out to them.
Goodness, I'm not a salesman, but
yeah, no, but that's good. That's less salesy. Just because I think one of the coolest things about your facility is just the sheer size of it. We're gonna have a couple other farms in the series, and maybe
5 megs, 2 megs.
Yeah,
The problem is when most people
megawatt
on the property is they get the farm started, and then they don't realize how much it costs to bring the extra power in. So they'll buy a property and says, oh, there's 50 megs on property, but they don't realize there's 5 in the building. And then when they build out the 5, they're like, well, how much for the new transformer? That's $500,000. And you're like, oh.
Yeah, so we're going to be a 5 megawatt facility now. that's where it goes.
With plenty of extra space for storage.
Yeah. We have room for activities.
We got basketball, skee ball. What do you feel?
I might even bring a pool table in, but we need a 15K Bitcoin for that.
Challenge accepted.
So, Jonny, when did you get into cryptocurrency and Bitcoin, and kind of what drew you to the space, and at what point did... Because no one really started other than maybe Satoshi. I'm not talking about Craig Wright.
Not the CW of the group.
Not just a little jab there, but kind of when did you make that jump to full-time in the space? Because obviously it's a newer and emerging sector, and now you're working for one of, if not the biggest mining farms in the country.
Right. Well, what ended up where I started was in 2011. I got to hearing, I started getting on the internet and just looking around and hearing about cryptocurrency and this and that. It wasn't even in the news yet. And I went out and built a new computer, and my new computer was like $400. And then I wanted to buy a video card, and the video cards were twice MSRP. So I ended up buying like a 290X for $700. And so I was like, well, now that I got this thing, how do I help pay for it? Because it's so expensive. And I ended up started mining Litecoin, some of the old pools, like we mine LTC and we mine all, and the switcher pools, and started doing all that. But when Mt. Gox went down, I kind of thought it was all over with. Bitcoin went from $80 to like $6, and Litecoin went from $8 to 60 cents or something like that. And it's like, okay, it's over with.
Yeah.
And then I kind of just put it to bed.
Yeah, that was fun.
Right. So I kept telling all my friends, I'm going to work in crypto full time. I'm going to work in crypto full time. They're like, oh, I know you. Yeah, whatever. Okay. And I just ended up happening into this place. What ended up happening is I went into work super early. Used to work at the casino, and they let me go, and I was able to go to dinner with friends. They were in from out of the country. I go to a little bar, and they go out the smoker, and I'm just sitting there. I hear these guys talking about Bitcoin and hosting, and I've been watching people that have been forking Ethereum to prove that their mines existed, and using that for validation. And I was like, well, maybe I can talk to these guys and give them a few ideas. And I get up and I walk over there, and I said, hey, you don't know me from Tom's House Cat, but I can help overhear your conversation. You mind if I sit down? And they all look at me like a deer in headlights. And I go, oh, by the way, I'm Jonny Moore. And then it was on. I got hired. And that was last year in April.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's because you're charismatic, man. Did you have the beard then?
Oh, of course. It's magical.
It's the beard. People really underestimate the beard. If I could grow a nicer beard, well, I'd have a nicer beard.
I might donate. It'd be a ginger beard, but I'll help you out.
Hey, I don't need this soul. Honestly, though, that's really cool, and that's a cool story. Just kind of taking that, just a little bit of legwork, and change your direction. You did go from one gambling to another gambling. I see you're still keeping it, in the sector.
I mean, well, there's no fun mining, so we're okay.
Are you allowed to tell us what are the main coins you're mining? I mean, obviously you're going to have some hash on Bitcoin, but are you mining, Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin, Jonny's Vision, and with the GPUs, I know there's a lot of client base. I don't know if because it's a client, it's also going to be private what they're mining. But, are you hashing away on things like Ravencoin, Grin, Ethereum?
Well, with our GPU clients, they're set up through VPN, and they rotate coins. Typically, they'll give us a heads up so that the techs aren't having a heart attack when machines start rebooting. Mm-hmm. But, we go through, and it all depends on profitability for a lot. And we even have, they're working on software to switch for our clients so they don't have to do anything. So at any given time, we can be mining, Bitcoin, Jonny's Vision, Bitcoin Cash, or BTC, and it's always a mix. And with the client's ability to change up, we never know truly.
So you've got the shipping containers out there when we were touring the facility. What is it like to maintain those? Do you like that design? Is that something you're going to keep moving forward? It seems like it's maybe not as glamorous, but a very simple and effective design. And also, I think what's so appealing about a shipping container is, I doubt something like that would happen, but if you wanted to, it's a very mobile design. You could literally pick it up and move it, and you can't really pick up and move the massive shelves that you had in other parts of the facility. That's a lot of a build up and a lot of tear down.
Right. What we're looking at is per cost to megawatt, they were a quick fix onto that. Mm-hmm. We did come up with a new design with we call it the church. I call it the Church of Bitcoin out there. And
I like that.
It works really well, and pretty much is more portable than you believe, just as the steel beams and the tarping. But we're not done with the containers. We're actually always looking at taking them to the next level, and we've talked about this for other properties. But currently, what we got is, it took a few renditions. Everybody's always, oh, you're growing so fast, but the only thing we're doing is failing faster. We've probably had 6 different renditions of containers, and this one is one that actually it works great. And we haven't stopped at that just because we figured it out. Now it's like, well, how can we take this to the next level? And they're always working on things to do that.
So Jonny, how did you survive the previous bear market? Because when Bitcoin went down to about $3,000, a lot of panic, a lot of capitulation, a lot of stress. Myself included, I was stressed.
Right. Well, what we're looking at is we ended up working with all of our clients. We knew that it was a bear market, and we all needed to work together to get through it. So, we revisited some contracts and did some talks and made sure that everybody was happy. You may not have been making money, but you weren't losing as much. And when it comes to the bear markets, you got to be willing to work with your clients. We met so many clients that the farms would just turn them off, kick them out, and nobody's making money when that happens. So it's always good to work with each other, and we really did our best to do that, and it helped us get through. We actually came up through the bear market.
That's an impressive feat, because every time I turned around, I'd see either a big farm and a lot of small miners, especially. You're paying residential price, like, good luck surviving in this.
Right.
It's, if you're talking about hard times with an industrial electric rate, it's obviously even tougher there. And the fact that you came up in that is really cool, and really just speaks to your business model. Because if you're growing and improving and moving up in a bear market, I mean, if we see another it's when we see another impressive bull run, you'll have a field day.
Yeah, we hope the sky's the limit. We got a power team that goes out and is always looking for power where we can move. And we're not really stuck to one area, but currently this is where we are, what we're doing.
So with the current facility, how much more capacity do you have left to fill? Because you've got about 100 megawatts running between all of the locations here on just this site.
Yeah.
And how much more, can you build out? And really, do you plan to build out? And do you have anything kind of big on the horizon at this facility?
At this facility, we're actually working with the power company right now. They're looking to see if it'd be worth their time to build out the infrastructure to bring us more power. We're about maxed out here. I think we have another 25 megs in the field outside. And then at our other property, we're bringing up another 120 megawatts site for it. And that's probably about 40 megawatts spoken for.
So we're talking about megawatts a lot, but what is a megawatt? Like, what is a megawatt? And then what's a visualization of how many miners, a common miner, say like an Antminer S9 or like 6 or 8, count GPU rigs, turns into a megawatt?
Well, with the GPU rigs, it all depends on what you're mining.
Mm-hmm.
But you get a 6 or 8 count. Every 2 miners is about a kilowatt, right? So about 1.2, and you got to have 1 million of those. So you're looking at maybe 700 GPU rigs is a megawatt, and then when you got on the Antminers, you're looking at maybe 500 right at that makes a megawatt. So you do some math on that, it's pretty intense.
So you got a couple rigs.
A few. It's a hobby.
Yeah, it's my side hustle.
Yeah, you got to know what you got to do.
You want to do them separately? Because you only have 2 mics.
I guess we'll have to. Budget cuts, sorry, man.
Unless you have the shotgun.
I need to look up if I can connect more mics to this. No, this will sound a lot better than the shotgun.
Okay, so we'll do
I got concerned for a moment.
Yeah.
The shotgun. I'm like,
Whoa, this is a gun-free facility.
not what you're there for.
I heard you guys
This
want tasers.
It uses too much power.
Yeah.
We have to save that for the money.
We can start just a leaderboard. Who can run down this hallway the fastest?
Well, you can just go ahead and slide me to the end.
Yeah, you with the chairs.
Here we go.
Oh, yeah, well, we already got in trouble for that. Should I just constantly stare at you?
Yeah, and I'll look into your eyes.
Oh, my.
You got nice eyes, man.
Well, thank you. I like that green tint and that brown you got going on there.
See,
all that
He
tastefully.
just figured that out this week.
I'm fading. They used to be all brown.
Oh,
I'm
Probably.
telling you, it's every time you wear green.
bro, you might want to Google that.
Yeah, that's. I'll be on WebMD. I'm dead.
Yeah.
Not even dying. I'm just dead.
I gotta have a cough. This results in death.
Yeah. I don't know.
I know you know one too.
Yeah.
Don't you got somebody for that? Don't point at him with like one finger while you point at yourself with four.
Roll it up on a Tuesday.
There you go.
Got the force on me. I don't know if I'm a. Well, I'll leave the part out, but you don't have to answer this. That.
Yes, dude.
So, all
I
right.
love tacos.
Johnny loves tacos. Did you see that new Bitcoin, or not Bitcoin? Did you see that new Trezor little taco model thing they keep pushing on their Twitter? I'll send you a link. They made a little 3D printed model for the Trezor.
Yes.
Do you have a Trezor?
No.
Well, you might need one if you like
I think
tacos.
this is getting ready to happen.
Yeah. Get Satoshi Labs on the line.
I want it now.
Yo, send us some.
Yes. Always open.
There we go.
And be like,
I like the ginger pride, man. You keep bringing it up. You got to represent.
I mean, I glow in the dark. You got to know your superpowers.
My good buddy is basically, I mean, to be blunt, he's ginger, and he's always repping it, man.
So you mean
He went
like,
through a strawberry blonde phase, but he's
ooh, that's
back.
dirty.
Yeah,
Dude, I'm
he's
going
back.
platinum. I got a bald spot this big with a platinum spot this big. It's not pretty.
Hey, you got the nice comb, though. You got the nice comb.
Yeah, it's a good barber. No.
All right, Johnny. Well, thanks so much for having us over. Obviously, the facility was really cool, and I definitely burned some calories walking around this thing. Maybe it's time for some tacos.
I think you're right. Let's go get them. Make it happen.
It's taco time. Hey, it's Tuesday. It's Taco Tuesday. I'll see you guys out at the taco place. Just Core Scientific's North Carolina facility provided us with so much footage, we decided to break it up into 2 video parts, including additional videos that will be uploaded for their Georgia facility. So please make sure to check out the VoskCoin Mining Farm Tour video playlist right here on the VoskCoin channel to watch all of those videos. If you're watching this right when the video comes out, we're releasing a new Mining Farm Tour video every week from now on. So the next episode of Deeper in the Mines will be up next week. Thanks to Scott Offord and his custom PDU for making this mining farm tour possible.
Shining.